Former Women's Champion Bayley may have possibly suffered an injury at a WWE house show over the weekend. We got footage of that, plus an update from Bayley herself as to the severity and nature of the injury. Steiner has been announced for the upcoming WrestleCon event after his offensive marks earlier this year at the previous WrestleCon event during WrestleMania weekend. Details on that. Plus, Monday Night Raw is sold out tonight in Atlanta, Georgia. Grayson Waller has mocked Stone Cold Steve Austin on social media, leading some to speculate there could be a potential segment at SummerSlam between the two stars. Tamina, WWE superstar Tamina that is, was spotted backstage at Slammiversary, the Impact Wrestling pay-per-view over the weekend. Holland has deleted his Twitter account after suffering abuse online. Roman Reigns is set to make a very rare live event appearance in Mexico soon, and the son of Umaga makes his pro wrestling debut. Hey guys, welcome back to Wrestling News 365. Hope everyone is doing very well. As always, there are plenty of news stories to get into in the world of World Wrestling Entertainment. And let's start off talking about Bayley possibly suffering an injury at a WWE live event over the weekend. WWE superstar Bayley appeared to have suffered a knee injury during a Sunday night WWE non-televised live event in Salisbury, Maryland, according to a report from PW Insider. Now, the match involved here was between her, Charlotte Flair, and WWE Women's Champion Asuka. When Bayley went for a clothesline, her knee seemingly gave out. The match was said to have been halted after the incident, and Bayley was assisted to the backstage area by WWE officials. PW Insider also noted that they were told by WWE sources that it wasn't a, quote, a work spot, and it was, quote, a legitimate situation. Bayley, of course, has had issues with her knee in the past. The former SmackDown Women's Champion suffered a torn ACL in July 2021 and didn't make her return until July 30, 2022, last year at SummerSlam. Now, she did give an update about this on social media, which we'll get to in a second, but we do actually have the video in question here, so take a look at how this injury, possible injury, occurred and the reaction to it at the WWE live event. Again, didn't look too good for the WWE superstar, did it? Now, as I mentioned, Bayley has since responded and posted on social media a follow-up to the injury taking place over the weekend. She tweeted out the following quote, "I'll be alright, thanks everyone," while showing an image of her icing her knee. Again, as of right now, we don't really have a proper in-depth update as to what the issue is, how severe it is, or anything like that. At the moment, Bayley's stable damage control is already down one person. Dakota Kai suffered a knee injury, a torn ACL, during a match on the May 12 edition of SmackDown when Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez were defending the WWE Women's Tag Team titles against her and Bayley. Kai underwent surgery a few weeks after. Her injury happened in the same match that Morgan actually injured her shoulder, and the team had to subsequently relinquish the tag team titles. Morgan and Rodriguez have since regained the titles and are the current Women's Tag Team champions. They've held the titles since defeating Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler on July 1st at Money in the Bank. So here's hoping that Bayley's injury isn't as severe as first thought, and hopefully she can make a full recovery. Now, this has generated quite a bit of controversy on social media, and not surprisingly so. WrestleCon has announced that Rick Steiner will be among the guests at an upcoming convention in Detroit, Michigan, which is set to take place in August. Now, the news arrives in the wake of Steiner's last WrestleCon appearance back in April, which saw him lobby transphobic insults at Impact Wrestling star Giselle Shaw. Following the incident, WrestleCon apologized to Shaw for Steiner's transphobic behavior, suggesting that they were backing the Impact star and cutting ties with Steiner. As such, the decision to bring him back for next month's event has been receiving quite a bit of significant blowback on social media. However, the fan convention's owner, Michael Bocchino, has defended his decision to let Steiner attend the event. The statement, which can be found on the event's Twitter page, claims that Steiner reached out to make amends after the incident, saying, quote, "One of the positive things Rick did, and it was not publicized, is immediately apologize. He apologized to members of the WrestleCon staff, he apologized to many of his fellow wrestlers, and he offered apologies to the members of the Impact Wrestling staff that chose to hear from him at a private mediated event. Giselle chose not to attend Rick's apology, which we 100% understood, supported, and still support to this day. She had no obligation to hear anything from Rick, nor should she ever feel obligated to accept any apology from him then or now." However, he then went on to say that Steiner has learned from the experience and claimed that he believes in giving people second chances. However, the statement also claims that Steiner will be giving a permanent ban if he demonstrates the same type of behavior at future events. As of this recording, Shaw has yet to comment on the matter, but I wanted to get your thoughts and your opinions on this. Is WrestleCon in the wrong for allowing Rick Steiner back? Are they right for giving him a second chance? Are they right for giving him a second opportunity? What do you make of this entire situation, and does it reflect badly on WrestleCon? And if you were going to attend the event in Detroit, are you now reconsidering your desire to attend the show? Let me know your thoughts, as always, in the comment section below. Now, Raw tonight is already sold out. WWE's impressive record of ticket sales continues. For fans of Monday Night Raw in Atlanta, Georgia, hopefully they've already snagged their tickets for the show tonight, because it has hit a milestone. With recent reports of SmackDown breaking premium live events and entirely sold out SmackDown, it sounds as though WWE has done it again. According to WrestleTix on Twitter, WWE Monday Night Raw for July 17 is sold out, with the current setup to accommodate 11,406 fans, with all of those aforementioned distributed. WWE Raw is a complete sellout. This comes after earlier projections that the upcoming episode of SmackDown is also a complete sellout. Set for the Monday Night Raw card in front of the fans in Atlanta is an appearance by Brock Lesnar to respond to Cody Rhodes' SummerSlam challenge, and the Alpha Academy will take on the Viking Raiders in a Viking rules match. Also, the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens will be in action against the Judgment Day, while women's tag team titles are also on the line. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez look to defend their championship against Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. And finally, which is sure to be a fun one, Matt Riddle will take on the Ring General Gunther, with Imperium banned from ringside and Drew McIntyre also absent from the show. So Raw and just WWE in general considering to sell a ton of tickets right now. Grayson Waller, could he be set for an experience with the Texas Rattlesnake in the near future? After exchanging words on Twitter with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson last week, Grayson Waller may have just thumbed his nose at another WWE legend. It seems as though Grayson Waller may be picking a fight with yet another Hall of Famer, this time one that is notoriously cantankerous. If Grayson Waller is looking for his next viral moment, he just might get it, because he now seems to be poking the Texas Rattlesnake. Writing on Twitter, Waller said with a clip of his rolling stunner, Waller 316 says this is the best stunner variation of all time. First off, that's fairly innocent, as it doesn't say that it's the best stunner, rather included the important context word of variation, so we shall see. There has been a lot of rumours possibly that Steve Austin could be set for an upcoming appearance on the Grayson Waller Effect at SummerSlam. Waller is already making his way through several on-screen appearances with a legendary Rolodex of stars he's facing off against, with the likes of Logan Paul, John Cena, Charlotte Flair and Edge, making his in-ring debut against the Rated R Superstar at Madison Square Garden. With currently no place for Waller on the SummerSlam card, we'll have to wait and see if he makes the show and what, if anything, Stone Cold Steve Austin has to do with it. Another charismatic gent reminiscent of both The Rock and Stone Cold is LA Knight, who is also currently without a spot at SummerSlam, although it is widely expected he could be facing Austin Theory for the United States Championship at the event as well. Let's talk about Tamina, because the WWE Superstar was spotted backstage at the Impact Wrestling Slammiversary event, taking to Twitter brand new Impact Knockouts champion Trinity shared a picture of herself with her two known besties with a sweet caption. Trinity writes, quote, "True friends are great riches." A truly great caption to include with a photo of the new champion between WWE superstar Tamina and Mercedes Moné. The only squad member missing was Bayley. Unfortunately, as mentioned, she was injured. She wasn't part of the attendance to support Trinity as she was competing in the Women's Championship match of her own during the live event last night. But nevertheless, Tamina was spotted backstage at Slammiversary to celebrate the former Naomi winning the Knockouts World Championship at the event. Now, Rich Holland, this is a very unfortunate story here, has been forced to delete his Twitter account. WWE superstar Rich Holland has deleted Twitter after receiving abuse on the platform following an incident on the latest episode of SmackDown. During the Pretty Deadly vs. Holland and Sheamus tag team match on July 14, Elton Prince suffered a shoulder injury due to landing badly after a big pounce/tackle from Holland. After the news about Prince's injury came out, Holland tweeted, quote, "So to set people straight before they get all pissy, it wasn't the belly to belly, it was a wonky landing from the pounce, out of my control. Wishing Elton Prince a speedy recovery." A day later, Holland has now deleted his Twitter account. Holland has previously been subjected to abuse and harassment, including death threats over Big E's broken neck in March of last year, and that is now once again happening after the Prince injury. We continue to wish Prince the very best in his recovery. Here's hoping he can come back soon. And always remember, it doesn't take anything to be kind. Let's talk about Roman Reigns making a rare house show appearance for WWE. With an upcoming series of house shows set to occur in Mexico, WWE has released the details on the expected cards via advertisements for the events. Roman Reigns returns to Mexico for a Super Show appearance when he puts the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship on the line in a match against Rey Mysterio. While Seth Rollins continues feuding with Dominic Mysterio on both shows, there is an intriguing future feud percolating on the card. At both shows, Cody Rhodes is taking on Damian Priest. Perhaps Priest is set to be the next test for Cody Rhodes on his quest to finish the story once the behemoth Brock Lesnar is out of his way after SummerSlam, that is. For the Women's Championship match in Monterrey, a massive four-way title bout for the title. Asuka is set to defend her championship against Bianca Belair, Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch. However, while the match may tease a potential future feud for Lynch after the eventual winner of the title at SummerSlam, she is still rumoured to be competing against Trish Stratus at the biggest party of the summer. The following matches are currently advertised for WWE's return to Mexico next weekend on July 26th and July 23rd respectively. It features Roman Reigns, as mentioned, versus Rey Mysterio for the Undisputed Universal Championship, Cody Rhodes versus Damian Priest, Seth Rollins versus Dominic Mysterio for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. We've also got Cody Rhodes versus Damian Priest, Seth Rollins versus Dominic Mysterio for the World Heavyweight Championship, and Asuka versus Bianca Belair versus Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair. That's taking place on July 23rd at the Super Show Arena at Monterrey. So very latest details when it comes to that as well. Finally, we've seen the debut of a new member of the Bloodline. Yes, the Anoa'i family remains the top of WWE. It's represented by Roman Reigns, the Usos, and Solo Sikoa. Another cousin has just made his pro wrestling debut. At Reality of Wrestling, the flagship Texas wrestling school founded by WWE Hall of Famer Booker T, another member of the Bloodline also made his pro wrestling debut. Fatu is an actual cousin of the central figures in the ongoing WWE Bloodline storyline, as his father Umaga is the brother of the Usos and Solo Sikoa's father Rikishi. After previously having commented in an interview with Malcolm of Muscle Man Malcolm that his goal was to join WWE, the road to his dreams has not been an easy one. The son of the late WWE star Umaga, Zela Fatu, served 6 years in prison at the Texas State Penitentiary after he was charged with aggravated robbery at the age of 15. He was released in March of last year and began training at the Reality of Wrestling, pursuing a goal in professional wrestling, despite, as he mentioned, his father actually not encouraging his children to do so. In speaking to Malcolm about the debut, as a matter of fact, Fatu said, quote, "I didn't know this opportunity would come this fast. I didn't know me having a match would come this fast, but just thanks to the whole Reality of Wrestling for believing in me and my vision, thanks to Booker T too. He played a big role in getting me on this card and actually on a flyer, so that's something really big. I'm blessed to be in the position I am right now." In his most recent chat, though, he didn't echo his previous statements of hoping to join WWE, rather casting his vision of even higher. Fatu joked that he wants to own WWE instead, with WWE hosting several of the Reality of Wrestling alums, including Roxanne Perez. We'll have to wait and see if we'll see Zela Fatu at the Performance Center tryout sometime in the future. But there you go, guys. This is the latest WWE news for you. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll speak to you again very, very soon. Hey guys, thank you for watching, listening, streaming, or however you come across this video today. Be sure to click on the video on the right there to watch our next video, or click the bottom there to subscribe, or the bottom right hand corner. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you again very